Shericka Jackson is probably the most underrated female sprinter in the world right now due to one problem. Since 2021, Jackson is hands down the most consistent and most improved track athlete, and despite her long growing list of achievements and the path she has carved out for herself, she has not quite gotten as much attention and recognition as some of her counterparts. In 2021, in what came as a huge surprise to the track and field world, Shericka's coach, Paul Francis, decided to step her down from participating in the 400 meters to take on the 100 and 200 meter distances, and immediately this move started bearing fruit. Of course, it was Stephen Francis, the genius, who after observing Shericka thought it was best for her to do the short sprints instead of the quarter mile due to her developing physique. This later proved to be a golden decision since she was going to be the face of the MVP track club in the absence of Elaine Thompson-Herah. Let's look at how well she has done so far. Shericka's real potential became evident when she turned up at the national championships in 2020 with guns blazing, where she outpaced the double Olympic champion at the time, Elaine Thompson-Herah, not once but twice. Hence, she booked her ticket to the Tokyo Olympic Games. That was probably a strong signal of the changing of the guards.
At the end of tonight, someone will be the national champion. Set positions are sent away. A good start for Ashanti Moore. Brianna Williams gets up well. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce now steps forward. The world champion has the better of the Olympic champion who's battling, and then comes through was Shericka Jackson, 10:72.
Jackson showed up at the 2020 Olympic Games and announced herself in fine fashion, and even though she was not able to get the better of Elaine again, she left that year with one individual bronze in the 100 meter, a gold in the 4x100 meter, and a 4x400 meter bronze medal. This was quite some achievement for a newcomer, but that was just the beginning. 2022 was the year that it was evident that she was indeed taking over. She won her first national sprint double at the Jamaican trials, leaving everyone else in the dust.
In the set position. Shericka Jackson, Natasha Morrison is on the premises, but Shericka Jackson imperiously.
In winning her first national title, she sped to a decent 10.77 seconds in the 100 meters to qualify ahead of Kemba Nelson and Elaine Thompson-Herah. She followed up in the 200 meters with a blistering world lead and then PB of 21.55 seconds, the third fastest ever in history, bettered only by Florence Griffith's joiner world record of 21.34 seconds set in 1988 and Elaine Thompson-Herah's national record of 21.53 seconds at the time, hence competing her first sprint double. At the World Championships that same year, she won a silver in the 100 meter, gold in the 200 meters, again better in the national 200 meter record. This made her the fastest woman alive over the distance. She also got a silver for the 4x100 meter relays. Then in quick succession, she became the 2022 Diamond League 200 meter champion, topping off her season. As crazy as the 2022 season was, 2023 revealed probably the best version of Shericka we have seen to date. Things were straight up going to get insane for the season. After opening her season, running a few races here and there, it was time for another of her big moments, the national trials. She cruised through the rounds and made it into the final of the 100 meter. The race started and like a rocket she sailed out of the blocks, and as was expected, she destroyed the field. But her time was what was mind-blowing. She dropped an insane 10.65 seconds, which made her the joint 5th fastest all-time over the distance, as she finished miles ahead of the field. She completed her second national sprint double when she also dominated the 200 meters. Jackson carried her insane form to the 2023 Budapest World Athletics World Championships, where even though she didn't live up to the expectation in the 100 meters, she did walk away with a lot from that championship. Firstly, she finished second in the 100 meters behind ShaCarri Richardson, continuing her ill fate. Then she got her expected goal in the 200 meters when she recorded 21.41 seconds, the second fastest time ever, just missing the long-standing world record by a whisker. That was followed by another silver medal in the 4x100 meter relay final, along with her teammates Natasha Morrison, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Sasha Lee Forbes. She closed out 2023 becoming the double Diamond League champion as she dominated both the 100 and 200 meters. 2000 and 2024, which was her worst season in years, denied us the opportunity to see just how well she was going to perform, but even so, she still managed to complete her third consecutive national double. This brings us back to the point that after all these achievements and impressive performances, Shericka Jackson still does not get the recognition and ratings that she deserves. If we are to be honest, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Elaine Thompson-Herah and ShaCarri Richardson are names that seem to carry more weight in the track and field world today, and it's quite likely that their sponsorship deals may go a lot deeper too. While some people will argue that some athletes are more marketable than others, the truth is there's more to the game of sprinting. For years now, it's becoming more and more evident that athletes are possibly recognized based on certain categories of performance, and that's what could be Shericka's big problem here. Let's once again mention Fraser-Pryce, Elaine Thompson-Herah and ShaCarri Richardson. All these three ladies have something that's missing from Shericka's resume, and until she accomplishes that, her ratings may never reach the level of the others previously mentioned. Shericka Jackson on a couple of occasions have tried to win a 100 meter title but failed to do so. But on the other hand, Shelly-Ann, Elaine and ShaCarri have all done it before. In track and field, it's the 100 meter that comes with the most prestige and glamour, and so it is in general. Some disciplines get more recognition and respect than others. Shericka's best chance for winning a 100 meter title was in Budapest last year when she was in her best form ever, but unfortunately that never materialized. While the 200 meter is great, athletes seem to want the bragging rights from the 100 meters, especially since the title of the world fastest human can be attained just by winning this. To date, Shericka is the only athlete in the history of the World Championships to hold medals across all three sprinting distances, the 100, the 200 and the 400 meters. But even after accomplishing this much, she still does not hold the weight that the others do. While we lift our hats off to Shericka Jackson for her great success so far, we know her ratings will improve if and when she gets a 100 meter title to her name. I believe that deep down inside she desperately wants to win this also, but the more she yearns for this, the more pressure it's going to add on her, and unfortunately could become more elusive. More persons are entering the arena yearly, so it's never going to be easy to pull off. I do believe that she deserves more respect and recognition even if she has not yet won the coveted 100 meter title. Hopefully 2025 is kinder to her so that the track and field world can be entertained by her once more and she can finally win a 100 meter title.